All right, guys. So today's tip of the day, we're going to do oil changes and why you should take them to your dealership. The number one thing we hear from people is pricing. I've seen Quick Lube, Jiffy Lube, Firestone. I've seen all these places and their invoices. Pricing's not that big of a difference. I've seen several times that we're actually cheaper with a rotation and the oil change. I don't understand why people still think that dealerships are that much more expensive. I mean, call your local dealership, price it, and compare it to where you normally take it at. Number two is going to be our technicians are trained and certified on Hyundais and GMs at my dealership. So if you bring your Palisade or your Chevy Silverado or whatever, you bring it in here, we see a oil pan leak and we see a valve cover leaking. Anything we see on a multi-point inspection that can be covered under your warranty, obviously we're going to talk with you about it and schedule that to get that taken care of for free. I mean, Walmart, Quick Lube, Jiffy Lube, all these places, Firestone, they're not going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? So why even take it there? Our guys know what's going on. They know these cars in and out. They know problems to look for on them. They know what we're doing. Why take it anywhere else at that point? All right? So, I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me at that. Number three is brand loyalty. Look up brand loyalty if you don't believe me. I work at a GM and Hyundai dealership, so we see cars coming in here that are just slightly out of warranty, but if you've brought it to a dealership and they've taken care of it, we can prove, all the maintenance stuff, that you're loyal to your dealership, you're loyal to that brand. They're more likely, if you slide just a hair bit out of warranty, to help you out, or, we can at least try Goodwill. But if you've never brought it to a dealership, you've always taken it to Walmart or Quick Lube, whoever, and then all of a sudden you're having issues with your car and you expect your dealership and Hyundai, GM, whoever to just magically take care of everything, they're less likely to do it. And that's just being honest with you guys. I see it time and time again that somebody's a hair bit out of warranty. We submit stuff over to Hyundai and GM, and we get stuff taken care of within that time frame, or at least a very big percentage submitted to Goodwill and taken care of. So use that to your advantage, guys. Like, I don't care if you pay cash or your warranty pays or whatever. I don't care on my side. I want your car fixed and get it taken care of and back to you. So the less stress on my end with having to deal with telling you owe for this and fighting with the customer over that, as opposed to getting the brand X to take care of it. It's so much easier to do that. So, just use those little tips for whatever you want to use it for, but that's just my solid advice of what I see every day. Comment below how you feel about that. I know this is going to stir a hornet's nest more than likely, but it's just the truth, and a lot of people don't like to hear it.